Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Are you hey okay? In your neck of the woods? So what up? What up? Manners and respect, man. And your girl, Debbie from Down a Yard. Welcome you all to the Jamaican kitchen. Welcome once more. It is the Jamaican cooking journey. And if you're very new right on over here, special welcome. Those of you who are there with me from the beginning of this journey and you're still here, manners and respect. JAMMAS day number 10, and this is what we're going to be preparing. We're going to be preparing some oats and green banana porridge. Okay, so right inside here I have got some oats. This is about half a cup of old-fashioned oats, and what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna leave a little water on it just to get it to get softened. So I'm gonna leave it for about 10 minutes or so. So when I return, or 15, when I return, it should be at the point of almost up here. It's gonna expand. You know what will happen already? The oats is gonna absorb all the water. So I have a few bananas here. They're green, not the cutest of bananas, but it doesn't matter. So I'll be putting about 3 bananas with it. I'm not making a lot of porridge. I'm making a small pot of porridge. So what I want to do right now, I have got me here a piece of cinnamon stick. This is how Jamaica cinnamon stick looks. And I've got some leaves too. So I'm with this piece of stick and the leaves, I'll be using about 3 of these leaves because these are really strong. This is what I need for a size pot of porridge like that. I've got a small piece of nutmeg mace and I'll be putting it in there too. So I'll give them a rinse. I've already rinsed them before I dried them or washed them and then I dry. But I'll still give it a rinse. So I'll be starting my porridge like this. I'll be putting a little water in here and leave it to come to a boil. What that is gonna do is gonna pull the flavor from the cinnamon stick and the cinnamon leaves. So I'm gonna start it like that, and I'm gonna put it on about a little below medium for it to take its time come to a boil. Boil for about 3 or 4 minutes to pull the flavor out. If you don't have fresh or natural cinnamon sticks and leaves, you can use your little cinnamon powder. But you would like to put your cinnamon powder in this when you are making the blend of it together. So that time the cinnamon powder will be best absorbed whilst blending. Okay? So I'm going to be using some coconut milk. I've got my coconut milk here on the Ninja. It's just a small amount, so I'm using a Ninja blender to make the coconut milk. I've got here some vanilla. I also have here a little piece of nutmeg to get a little from it. That's flavoring the porridge. And I will be sweetening with my sweetened condensed milk. So we're putting 2 milk. We're putting coconut milk and condensed milk to sweeten and also to bring a little more body and creaminess to this porridge. Green banana and oats porridge it is. JAMMAS day number 10. I will return when it's right. Okay now family, so you see what has happened? Our oats has absorbed most of the water, and this is what it looks like in there. You're seeing right through it. Now I'm going to be peeling my bananas. I'm a Caribbean woman and I peel bananas. This is something that I do from a child coming up. So what I want to do, I just want to put a little oil, like a little vegetable oil or anything like that. Just a small amount on my hand, and this is to help that the banana stain does not stick to my hand. We do this a lot in the Caribbean. I don't know about the Caribbean, but in Jamaica. Okay? So persons might want to ask why. I did say this before. So I think I'll use about 4 of these little bananas. I'm going to peel them and return to you. Okay, so my cinnamon stick and leaves and my little piece of maize has come to a boil. It's boiling, and if you can really look, if this camera is picking it up, you will realize that the water is turning a slight bit of a little brownish color. So I'm going to lower my flame right here now. What I've done, I've gone ahead and I've cut up my bananas. So 4 small ones would equal to 2 regular size green bananas. So I've got my milk here that I have blended, coconut milk. So I'm going to go now strain it off because I want to put some of this milk in here. And we're going on to that unit to make a blended liquid, a blended solution. Is that so, camera girl? Not solution. What? A blended mixture. What? A mixture. Wow, what's that? A blended mixture to put inside Okay, so I'm gonna put some of my milk inside here now. Freshly prepared coconut milk, and I'm going to get this thing all blended out. Whilst over here, my water, you see that we have, so these can be removed now, and then I leave it to make sure that all the flavors are out right there now. So we turn the flame down, going over here now to do some blending. So family, if you notice, the water is brown, so that is the color of cinnamon. So when you boil your cinnamon leaves and stick until, you know, probably about 10 minutes on the low, this is what you get. This is all flavored with natural cinnamon flavoring. So the water has become light brown. So right on over here, I'm gonna go give this another little blend. I want to get it smooth as possible and return. So you want to blend until you have this smooth looking. These little particles are like the oats. So you could also use your what that oats name, quick oats. So I'm going to be pouring as the usual, as regular porridge. And whilst I'm pouring, I'm going to turn my flame down a little, just like the cornmeal porridge. I'll be stirring whilst I'm pouring. Okay, so this is what is happening. Remember, this won't take a long time as the cornmeal porridge. So now that everything is out, you want to start stirring, because with this oats and all of them something in there. So the banana and the oats, it's the heat, and it's gonna be starting to get thick. But you have got to be stirring, okay, constantly until it reaches the thickening part. We're gonna be needing to add, or we're gonna be adding some vanilla to this, extra flavoring, and also a little salt. That is definitely what we will need. So we are going to be stirring until it starts getting that body, and as soon as it reaches that to that point, I'll come right back to you, family. Okay, now family, it's starting to get thick and all of that. So the thicker it gets, the more rigorous you stir. You see what is happening? You don't want it coming with any lumps. So you're gonna stir and stir, and if it gets too thick, you can add your little extra coconut milk, or you can add some water. Remember, when you add the coconut milk, you have to let it cook for about 7 to 10 minutes, okay? So you see it's getting all thick, so you need to stir more rigorous, more stronger stirs. So we're gonna be getting our flame down a bit right here, right now, and I'm gonna be adding my vanilla. Wow. Okay, so you want about a tablespoon of vanilla for this, not more. And if you add the vanilla extra, which is stronger, then you could probably just use like a little dash, because that's so strong. You see what I'm telling you? It's thick now. So at this point, I'm going to be adding my little extra coconut milk, and this should bring it right to where I want. Have it finished cooking and all of that. When you add your extra coconut milk, you're on it, camera girl, you want to stir as how I'm doing. You want to put your hand at that angle. You want to put your spoon in the corners there, and you want to do all of this and get. So you just don't want to be stirring to the middle only. You want to be stirring right around in all these parts of the pot, and to make sure that everything is in good order. And this is what it looks like. Also, you're to have hot water on hand in case you need extra liquid. Okay, I'm putting about this in salt, because you have to use the salt to bring some the flavors in the porridge together. Now you want to stir and look if this is okay. On the low you're to be now, and you're going to be cooking this porridge for about 10 minutes. We have been here about a minute or a minute and a half, so you want to cook for another 10 minutes. You know, at that point it will be good. The oats will be properly cooked, the banana will be cooked, and most of all the coconut milk will be cooked. You want to look at the consistency. It's nice, it's creamy, it's nice at this point. Remember, you're going to add the the condensed milk for sweetening. So let us continue to stir and to scrape around, and also to see what is happening. In case it gets more thicker, which I don't think at this point it would, it is already reached the maximum where it will give you. So this is what it will look like. If you want a more watery porridge, you can go ahead and you can add some extra milk, whether coconut milk, almond, or whatever, or even plain water. For me, this is good because I'll be adding the coconut milk, the condensed milk. So I'm going to be cooking this for the next 8 to 10 minutes, constantly coming to scrape around to make sure that all the corners are scraped in and it don't clump in there, and to give it this rigorous stir when it comes to the middle. When you're stirring at the corners, you go slow, okay? Go slow and take it out, and then you just come to the middle and you stir like this, real strong, and then you look at what your porridge looks like. Look if this is how you want it, okay? So I'll be back. So family, I'm back right here now. So I'm going to be grating a little nutmeg right in there. Not a lot, I may know I always tell you not a lot. And for me, that's okay. It's not a lot of porridge. And also, I will be putting in 1 teaspoon, level teaspoon of crushed flax seeds. Okay? Let us give it some little more stir. And at this point, you realize that I'm at the same that I left. So I'm going to stir it, and when I return, family, I might just have to finish this video with some subtitles by sweetening with my condensed milk and also pouring out for you. Okay, now family, my flame is off, and this is the perfect time for sweetening with my condensed milk. I'm gonna use like about 3/4 of this tin of milk because that's my only sweetener, and I'm gonna be continue to sweetening until all this milk is dissolved. When the milk is dissolved, you will see the porridge at the top getting more creamy. So in order to get it all sweetened and all incorporated, you want to continue with this same process. Around in the corners until you see the milk, that white trace of the milk there, until you don't see it anymore. Okay? So this is what it looks like. Real thick, real rich, and all of them something and everything. I'm going to come right here now, and I'm going to be pouring out some right in your face. Bowl, and I've used a transparent one that you can see what is happening. And as I pour, you will see what it looks like, what your porridge is supposed to look like. So we're going to be pouring, and I'm going to be presenting while I'm pouring. From my kitchen to yours. From my Jamaican kitchen to your family table, to your plate, and most of all to your stomach. In this cold weather, it is green banana and oats porridge done my way in my kitchen. Please do enjoy. Now, if you have liked this video, all I ask of you, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the Jamaican Cooking Journey. When you subscribe, remember to hit the notification bell. Press the option that says all. Okay? Remember to check in the description box for our Zelle, PayPal, Cash App. And we will be hosting a live stream video, I think, and we will post it on the community page for all the people that would like to get onto our Zoom class this Saturday and want a little more info. Remember to be you, do you, most of all. Love you some Jamaican green banana and oats porridge done my way.